And we're gonna start this in 3, 2, 1, go!
Let's go. We are here and about to witness the first game of today. We have XiaoKai going up against Tara. I think Tara is also known as 120, or is this a different guy?
Nope,
Yeah,
it's
so he also
120.
goes by the name 120, and he's one of the upcoming under players from China. And XiaoKai is also kind of known there. He's also on like tier 2 level, just below W of that, and maybe even below 120, because I think he's a little bit better in shape. But we will figure this out. So the purple undead spawning here on the right hand side of Last Refuge will be Terra, also known as 120. And on the opposite side, on the bottom side, we have the teal or light blue playing under player XiaoKai.
Okay, for us it's red and yellow because we use the replay kit and they
okay.
automatically adjust the colors to red and yellow. But yeah, you're absolutely right about the two players. Terra or 120 was also called the what's it called? Rookie of the Year last year in China, and that says something. Well, there are a few upcoming players like WFZ, like Sushichi, who've been there for quite some time, but Terra definitely one of the breakthrough stars of last year. I think he participated in WCA as well and did super good in several iFang Cups. So yeah, map is Last Refuge. You all know the map. I think we shall not talk too much about it, but we rarely see undeads win here.
But in undead against Animura, we will definitely see an undead winner here. And let's talk a little bit about the build orders here so far, because this is a mirror match, and what we see at the moment is a perfect mirror. Both of them creep the exact same spot, going for the first troll priest right away using coil, as well as the first skeletons here. We see that Terra is also bringing the Acolyte with him to provide some more damage, and in the meantime both of them started their attack. They have the one Nerubian tower in front of their base, so whatever comes along will be slowed. They have a late graveyard, and they're still both lagging off a second ziggurat, but it should be there in no time. The amount of wood on XiaoKai's side is already there. We see a replenishment potion for him, and we see for Terra a replenishment potion as well. So this could not be any more mirror than it is at the moment.
There's one slight difference here. If you look at the placement of the Nerubian tower of Terra, it's far more upfront. For XiaoKai, it's a little more defensively. So XiaoKai more prepared for an Acolyte, Harris, and Terra. I don't think he can drag the creeps there to creep with the tower. I think Hail of Anger came up with it last year somewhere. But for scouting or little ambushes, I think it's better for Terra this way.
Yeah, I think Terra got a great placement of the Frost Tower. The first one, he can definitely use that one. It's like, before you upgrade your Halls of the Dead or your Necropolis to a Halls of the Dead, you don't have any Frost Tower, but after finishing the tech, you will have like 2 Frost Towers in place that can slow down everything. And the Chinese players, most of the time, like WFZ, they use it so efficiently. Most of them, they try to slow 2 units at once, so they control the tower manually and then even stop their attacks to gain the experience. So they are really, really good at this stuff, and I really like to see this. The slight advantage here in terms of experience points goes in favor of Terra. He's already level 2. He cracked the Gnoll Overseer there. Not the entire camp, the Gnoll Overseer is still alive, but the remaining little Gnoll poachers, or not poachers, but the guy that can have the Purge ability, he killed both of them with the remaining skeletons from the camp before, and now they creep kind of next to each other, because XiaoKai really wants a level 2 here on his DK. He needs the aura, while we already have the aura for Terra here. He's already at 2.5, while XiaoKai finally finds his level 2 there.
Yeah, and of course stealing creeps that usually belong to Terra, finding a Gauntlets of August Strength, plus hit points here in this way, Gloves of Haste for the DK, so I think it's a little better for XiaoKai here. I think XiaoKai made a name for himself in between the WCA seasons. He really did well in, what's the league called? I forgot, but in iFang Cups as well. So usually Terra was the favorite in this matchup, but XiaoKai improved a lot as well. And he continues to creep more creeps of Terra here, and denying the experience is a great way of slowing the undead down.
Yeah, but on the other side, we see the more important camps here, the Orga Magi creep at the Goblin Merchant. And this one is really, really important to get early on. Even though it's on your side and you play this kind of safe while your opponent is stealing experience from you, you pointed it out. But in the end, it's like getting a sick item there. There's already the Wand of Mana stealing, and what you did just see was the Tomb of Experience popping out of the Force Troll Trapper. So the experience advantage is almost 1 level there. Not sure why XiaoKai is actually focusing the Nerubian tower there. He was sending in 2 of the skeletons so they could attack the acolytes, because we see a super fast tier 3 tech into a slaughterhouse and a super delayed second hero. On the other side, we see it's slightly different. XiaoKai prefers to have the Lich out before he goes for the slaughterhouse, and in the meantime, he's also ticking. So in terms of tech, it's like completely even. In terms of hero advantage, we have a slight advantage in terms of for the DK here, 1 level, but the slaughterhouse will be a hell of a lot earlier, so the statues will pop out for Terra here super fast. I'm not sure, the Lich is still not being constructed in the Altar of Darkness, so I'm not really sure why he's delaying him so much.
Yeah, me neither, because he has level 3 already. I don't really know what's this about, but I think XiaoKai's big goal now is to get the Lich to level 3, of course, and he has all the big spots, the big creep spots, very close to his base, and Terra crept them already, like the shop you mentioned before, and it's very easy for XiaoKai to catch up now. Of course, there is this one Tome of Experience advantage that he has, but otherwise the creep positioning at the moment looks good for XiaoKai. But now Terra is doing the same, stealing the creep spots from XiaoKai, so might be equaled out in the end.
Yeah, and as soon as the first statue is out, his army becomes a lot stronger, even without the Lich. But maybe he wanted the Lich to line up with his tech, because you can see his tier 3 tech is about to be done, and the Lich is super effective when he gets the Orb of Corruption. So maybe he delays his Lich on purpose so that he can creep on the map and get the Orb right away on his Lich as soon as he pops out of the altar, so that he has not to go back to his main base to get it or research backpack. This could be the course, or maybe he just prefers to have a statue on the field and thinks that the Frost Nova is not that effective. But it's perfectly lining up here for the Orb of Corruption. As soon as the Lich pops out, you can go to the shop, get that. We see skeletons being sent into the Acolytes here. So maybe there's a chance that one Acolyte dies, because the DK is at the shop at the moment, and the Acolyte stays alive with the help of the statue. On the other side, we see healing wards being dropped by the Augur Magi from the laboratory camp. This camp is also still available on the other side, and there's a slight difference. We see a sacrificial pit thrown down for XiaoKai.
Oh, really early? That costs a lot of lumber. So he wants to have vision on the map, sending a scout out, and we saw some skeletons sent out already, so he wants to know exactly what Terra is doing. And yeah, he knows of course that tier 3 is ready, that the slaughterhouse is ready. We see the first abomination here, and the web upgrade for Terra. On the other side we have destroyer upgrade, and no web, no air bomb so far. But the Dark Ranger as the 3rd hero, and another big creep spot here. We see the zombie mask for the Death Knight. Huge advantage in mana regeneration, because of course both players have the statue, so that mana regeneration equals out. And yeah, you need of course silence in situations where the undead wants to throw a coil, you silence him, and then the unit or hero goes down. Lich level 2, Wind of the Wind, also another great item to disable. You can say the same about the Wind of the Wind, as I mentioned before, about the silence. So, yeah, who do you think is looking better so far?
I'm not sure if Terra actually researched the Destroyer upgrade, because he's going with 1 statue into Abomination. On the other side, I know for XiaoKai for sure that he got the Destroyer upgrade already. So, I think at the moment I would favor the position of XiaoKai here, even though he lacks of an Abomination and gets blocked with the Abomination here on the other side. But you can see how well the focus works here with the Fiend as well as the Orb of Corruption. Of course, they soak up a lot of damage, but they also die like super easy. Wow, coil gets into nothing, because the Nova hits the Fiend at the crucial time and kills it before the coil could arrive. You see a healing ward being thrown down. There's still an Invo Potion on XiaoKai's Lich. He should definitely not die here, using the Invo Potion right away. Lich is super close to the healing ward. I think it's kind of hard to cancel that one, but finally it's dead, and we see the Shade for XiaoKai. So whenever Terra might use some Borrow here, it will definitely still die. But at the moment, I'm not even sure if the Borrow is being researched, Destroyer is being morphed, and all of a sudden, Terra seems to take this fight super well, killing a couple of Fiends here. On the other side, we see also the second Fiend died, the Abomination is still alive. Now the focus onto the Destroyer here, and I think this one should fall like super easy. But he keeps it alive with 1 more coil, is going for the Lich here on the other side, but Terra also got an Invo Potion for himself. There's still the Wind of the Wind, no more Destroyer there. Maybe he cyclones the DK at the crucial time. No, he's cycling the Lich at the moment to disable the Orb of Corruption here. But the Abomination is still looking strong. There are 2 coils remaining, still there on the DK. And overall, the level advantage is just too big. XiaoKai lost all of his armies, they have nothing left. He is only remaining with the 3 heroes from him, and now he even has to use the Town Portal if he's not willing to lose his Lich here.
Well used, Wind of the Wind, nice fight by Terra. The Abomination did really good for him, soaked up a lot of damage and dealt a lot of damage to the Fiends. In the meantime, the Destroyer of yAwKai did like nothing except one Dispel or something, but the damage against Fiends is not that great. Plus it gets webbed, so the positioning is very hard as well. So I don't think how yAwKai will be able to get back to this one, because the hero levels doesn't look that great for him as well. We see the red spot creep for Terra right now, level 4-2-1 against 3-2-1, but yAwKai is here to contest this.
Yeah, but I'm not really sure if he can contest it. With one Fiend and one statue, the Shade is... he gets the vision there, maybe he can steal it with a call. He's morphing the Destroyers and he maybe wants to commit to it. Wow, the experience points goes once again in favor of Terra, and he gets level 2 on the Dark Ranger, and yeah, the experience advantage is just way too big at the moment. And as soon as the DK is level 5, this is a whole different story. With level 3 Coil, you will be able to heal your heroes, your Abominations, to almost full HP when they're in the red HP bars. And level 3 Coil against level 2 Coil is like a whole different story here.
Unwinnable, and the item that dropped was not game-changing at all. Just a bit more strength and agility points, so he can sell that easily. Well, that comes in favor of him, I guess, so he can produce his army a little faster, or reproduce his army a little faster. Invo Potion on the Lich, Town Portal, no, nothing on the Dark Ranger for yAwKai. For Terra, it's it's almost the same. So the next red spot's most likely gonna go to yAwKai. Then we have a level 4 DK, level 3 Lich finally. For Terra, it's the same, so still the hero advantage here on the side of the red Chinese undead player.
I think he forgot about 2 units, because the statue as well as Abomination is coming in the way of yAwKai here, so I think he totally forgot about a few units in his main base. Maybe the rally point was not on point there, so he was like lacking of a few units. I think his army advantage was a lot bigger in the last fight that he lost, but then when you realized that you had a couple of units at home that were not fighting for you, you definitely lose that one. So Terra is going for the next red spot, and both of them are now having a shade on the opponent. And I think there will be a time where they will cross, and then the shades will die. No, the shade just died from, I don't know.
He scanned it.
I scanned it, okay.
He used the
nice,
scan,
good job.
and Terra is well aware of his position, expanding right away.
Yeah, and he banked like 1k gold and now getting a few more units. He knows that he's almost unbreakable at the moment. So getting an expansion, just get your advantage even bigger here with the right call. And finally, XiaoKai is able to get his DK up to level 3, but the Ring of Regeneration will not change this game at all.
Nope. Level 4 you mean, but it's only the level 2 aura, or is it Death Pact? No, it's a XiaoKai. Okay, he's skilled Death Pact, so no level 2 aura. More HP regeneration, more movement speed for Terra in this case. And the next big spot, Hood of Cunning, well, it's okay for a little more mana points, definitely better than the item that XiaoKai got.
Yeah, Dark Ranger level 3 is the difference there, because the silence will last a lot longer. We see all the Destroyers being morphed, so this is a fight that XiaoKai really needs to win and has to win in order to keep in this game here, because if he's losing this game, the expansion will just start mining and then you fall back even more. With the Mana Destroyers, the fight breaks out, silence on all the heroes, and this looks kinda good for Terra.
Yeah, Terra has also Rune Braces, so less magic damage dealt to the Lich. One coil saves the Abomination right now, but I'm not sure if he can hold this. He's standing on the Blight, yAwKai is. A little advantage for him, but I don't think that's gonna win this for him. But the Nova's used is very, very nice. Terra's struggling here with the Abomination, and the Fiends are also super low, thanks to the splash damage of Nova and Destroyers.
Yeah, but he microed that so well. Terra microed his Fiends away even before the Nova was there, and he was microing away like 3 red Fiends there, killing a lot of Destroyers in the process. And I'm not sure if this fight is really all that great here for Terra, but he still got a serious amount of Fiends there. There are still 2 statues. I don't think that I have seen a Destroyer from him yet, so he's not able to clear the skeletons, and they provide some damage. And finally, there's the Destroyer dispelling the skeletons. And if he gets rid of the last Destroyer of his opponent, this could be a great deal there with the Silence. He could kill one of the heroes, Silence goes down, no more Destroyer, so this time it gets really serious. Is he able to dispel it? Yes, the DK is there still a coil. No mana for a coil, and XiaoKai loses his second hero. The Lich goes down. and this game turns out to be not his anymore, and I think it's about to be done. Everything is about to die because the DK got no more mana. There's still a Town Portal, but Town Portaling out of there is definitely no choice because the expansion is already set in place, and XiaoKai realizes that and calls GG.
Yes, very good performance by Terra on this one. Of course, he didn't have to win this fight by a large margin, but he traded like one unit for another, and that was enough to keep the expansion up, and that's what won him the game in the end. Of course, the mid game was super well, and yeah. So we'll jump into the second game. That's gonna be the map Turtle Rock.
Okay, I just jumped into Ancient Isles, but...
Just follow my lead, boy. It's always a good idea to do that.
Yes, sir. Turtle Rock it will be.
Okay, once again, setting everything up. Takes a short amount of time.
But I have to say, it was a super tight series so far. I was not expecting this. I thought Terra will storm over his opponent and maybe get rid of him like super fast. But XiaoKai played really well throughout the game. In the end, the Team of Experience and the creeping route was like a way better for Terra. So I think by having a better creeping route, get your experience a lot faster, and then transitioning into a more solid game. And maybe the first encounter in the middle at the tavern when both of them had 3 heroes and stuff, he lost like way too much. He came out of it with like all of his 3 heroes alive, but he has to use a Town Portal, lost all the units. And I think this was way too much, and you cannot really come back from that anymore, I think. Even in Undead Mirror, and especially in mirror matches, when you lose more units as your opponent, it's pretty hard to come back.
Of course, there was this one Tome of Experience that did slightly good for Terra here, but I don't think that won him the game entirely. And you're, of course, correct with the fight in the mid-game, so... Yeah. Overall, just a better performance by Terra, plus a little luck that adds up to the 1-0, and we're ready, or at least I'm ready, to jump into the game. Are you too?
Yes, I'm ready. I'm sitting in 1 minute at the moment.
Yeah, me too. Great. So let's start this in 3, 2, 1, go.
There we go. Second map, Turtle Rock here. Undead against Undead. Once again, it's still Terra against Mr. XiaoKai, and Terra looked really promising in the first game, winning Last Refuge in a super convincing fashion, almost not struggling at all. In the expansion, it got a little dicey for a second, but overall, he played this really well. Nice Fiend Micro, nice control. And it will be a cross-spawn. I think this is not the W3 Arena map where cross-spawn is forced. I think this is just cross-spawn by odds, and we can see it cross-spawn here. In the top, we have Terra spawning as Undead, and since it's a mirror, we have in the bottom half of Turtle Rock, we have XiaoKai once again going up against him. Is he able to take a map, or will he lose the first best of 3 of today here for Group A of the Chinese qualifier right away to Mr. Terra?
Yeah, that depends, of course, on a lot of items and positioning and stuff. Lots of combat items to get here in the middle of the map, at the back of the turtle. Mana potions, heal potions, invo potions, especially in mirror matches, especially in undead mirror matches. Super important, especially the mana and invul potions here on the back. So I think it should be a priority to creep them rather quick, since they're not spawning on the same lane. The shops and the wards are not that important as they might seem. But yeah, I think that's a big point of winning the game, getting the better items here.
Yeah, definitely the items in the middle, the big turtles. We've seen it like 4 scrolls of raw or something like that. This was hilarious, where we got the 4 times the shitty raw, but there are like big potions of healing, greater potion of mana. A Wind of Mana stealing can also be really hurtful sometimes if you can't call your fiends, since both of the players go for the exact same build here. Besides, we have a slight adjustment for XiaoKai. He's going for 4 ghouls, and on the other side we only see 3 ghouls. I think this is a really slight adjustment, but it can make a difference there, because he will have plenty of more wood and it will be faster. But maybe he only wants to use them for some creeping purposes. But so far, we have the experience lead once again for Terra. He already finished the first spot, while XiaoKai was busy killing one of the first Acolyte, the scouting Acolyte there from Terra. So, second Ziggurat thrown down, and everything is super normal. They try to get a super fast tech. It's kind of greedy. It could be punished by a Lich and Ghouls maybe, and go for Acolytes, because I don't think that you can defend it with one Frost Tower. But since both of them aren't like committed to this strategy, there's not too much harass going on in the early phases of the game.
Yeah, I think XiaoKai added the fourth ghoul, because creeping with ghouls is super easy here on Turtle Rock. You see all the little turtles have medium armor, so they do additional damage, and I think that makes sense. In the meantime, the Death Knight can try to harass or steal a creep or something, but yeah, I think he got the second turtle spot here with the help of his skeletons, and in the meantime Terra is sticking to his fiends, so XiaoKai might be a little faster here overall.
Yeah, and both of them keep sending skeletons into their opponent's base just to check what's going on, send them on the Acolytes. You can see it right now on the side of Terra, two skeletons harassing the Acolyte there once again. And we had it before that, two skeletons were hitting on XiaoKai. One of the Acolytes is also a little bit hurt. And he got the 6th spare Acolyte, so whenever one dies, there's still a spare Acolyte available. And Terra has to do a good job of creeping here, of preventing that his Acolytes die. He will use the Frost Tower as well as the Ghouls to get rid of them. But maybe if he's not paying attention for a second, the Acolyte could actually die there. Because the DK just goes for some more creeping, not even coiling one of the Echoes. And now we see XiaoKai going into the main base here of his opponent, using the rod at the graveyard, at the corpse that always lay down there, and is able to kill one Acolyte, and the second one gets saved by a coil. And the third one is being attacked in the gold mine there by 3 skeletons. Wow, I think this might be a slight advantage there, but the tech is about to finish, so it's not that big.
Yeah, he can reproduce the Acolytes right away. It will result in a lack of, I don't know, 100 gold maybe, depends on how much Acolytes are dying here, and nope, he saves that one.
It's already 200 gold. Going up to be 300 gold difference that he didn't mine in that time, because he had to move his Acolytes quite a lot. And what's also good news for XiaoKai, that he can tag directly into the Black Citadel, the tier 3 tag for the Undead.
That's exactly the 300 gold that are missing.
Yeah. But yeah, let's see about that. Gold advantage is, of course, one of the figures that can make a difference here, but overall it should not really influence that so much. XP is kind of equal on both of the DKs, and right now Terra wants to go for their shop here, but XiaoKai is doing a good job of preventing this, even though his fiend count is 1 down, but the third one is joining the army. Do you think he will just ignore him and creep that spot anyhow?
Maybe trying to snipe the big one and deal some damage to the units here, or maybe get a lucky pickup due to the end snare. But yeah, this might take a while until the creep spot is over. He gets a lot of hits on his DK. I don't really know if that's too good in this situation, because there are no obsidian statues yet you can heal, but there's also no lich to nuke him, so it won't be that bad. Yeah, I think Terra decides, okay, with XiaoKai being there, I can never creep this, this slows me down, so let's go to another creep spot, get more experience, get closer to level 3, but that gives XiaoKai the opportunity to go to that spot, maybe with an offensive coil, get the Magi. He's too afraid as well.
And we really see the difference in terms of Slaughterhouse and Lich priorities. XiaoKai always wants to have his Lich out as soon as he can after starting his tag, and then goes into a delayed Slaughterhouse. Nice steal there with the coil. And this opponent, Terra, is always going for a quick Slaughterhouse and then a super late Lich, so I think it's still not started. No, the first statue is being started, but the Lich is still not started. So this is kind of crazy. Maybe he wants to have a level 3 DK and goes for a single hero experience here, as long as he needs them to finally achieve that level 3 on the DK. And after that, when he gets the level 3, he will start his Lich, and there it is. Lich is bound to... Proportion goes to the DK. Not sure what item dropped.
Boots of Speed.
Ah, okay, he sold it, right?
He sold it immediately, but Terra got the experience, got the item, and the Watch Award here. That was a great reaction by the Rookie of the Year, but now XiaoKai is turning towards the back of the turtle, towards the Gargantuan Sea Turtles with the big consumable items. Let's see what he gets there. Lich is of course there, the Death Knight in the main base, getting the Orb of Corruption right away, but he should come back to the statue, because okay, he's losing that experience on the DK, and that is a level 2 Lich, but still a level 2 Death Knight. No level 2 coil for him, and Terra will not split the experience. He got level 3 already because there's nothing to split with. The Lich is still out there, only now gets to the shop right away, gets the orb. And now the second shop spot for XiaoKai.
And we see the sacrificial pit on the side of XiaoKai once again. Not sure if this time we might see Frostworms, but he's getting the Burrow upgrade as well as the first statue for himself. After that, we see the Destroyer upgrade already in queue. And for his opponent, there is finally the Lich with the Orb finishing the first game. One of Mana Stealing going onto the Lich here. And I think they are about to collide at the next spot.
Yeah,
You
and
see big motion of healing.
the Lich of XiaoKai is so great, man. Plus 17 damage. He found the Claws of Attack plus 9. That will give him a huge DPS boost in the fight compared to this plus 7 damage of the Lich of Terra. But there is a Dark Ranger now. So for now, there's the silent advantage. Let's see what item drops. Potion of Greater Mana. This can definitely turn the fight around.
Wow, and yeah, Dark Ranger, for both, once again, they are both going for the last remaining big turtle here onto our rock at the moment. They are about to collide here. The hero levels are super equal. Both of them got the exact same hero level. So we see a big potion of mana for Terra and a big potion of healing here for the DK of XiaoKai. Wow, nice silent there. No destroyer that could dispel it. So the first fiend goes down. And I think the lead is at the moment definitely with XiaoKai here. Is the shade already out? I don't... there it is. The shade is also already on field, so...
Attached to the fiend. Yeah, I'm not so sure who would win this fight. Supply-wise, they're super equal. Okay, 4 down for Terra, but this one mana potion is so much healing.
I don't really think that he can turn the fight at the moment, because the Destroyer in the air is great. He's even bringing some ghouls. He's getting the first attack upgrade for his fiends. And I think at the moment, if he kills the statue maybe right away, that would be a great pick-off. But he's going for the fiends once again. I think the statue would fall like super easy. Now he focuses the statue kind of out of position and it dies immediately. Losing almost 2 fiends in the process. Now going for Terra's DK, and I think he has to TP out. Yeah, and the big potion there could have been super good, but he got the big potion of mana, and that is not keeping you alive.
That's right, at least not the Death Knight. And now plenty of time for XiaoKai to get this 4th consumable item. Finally, both players get a web upgrade, and let's see what it is. 2nd potion of health. That's okay, I guess.
But it's kind of funny to see that both of the players go for the exact same build, but then they prioritize different stuff.
Yeah.
Like the one likes the Destroyers, the other one thinks the Abomination is the better choice. Slight adjustments that can really make a difference.
I think playing with the Lich later is more for a passive playstyle. Oh, Sobi Mask again. So much mana for this DK.
But Creep Jake also once again, so he has to use a Town Portal.
The 2nd Town Portal in a row, so 700 gold that can XiaoKai put immediately.
Yeah, he didn't buy the first one, but he just bought one. If he's buying another one, then 700 gold is lost.
Of course, he has to rebuy it. And
there's another one, but just make sure it's the 90 gold investment for building like an Acolyte, or I think it's 75 or something like that. Yeah, and then the Sacrificial Pit as well, which is 90 gold and a couple of wood. So just by building this shade, he got so much more information out of that, and he's going for the next Creep Jack. You can see it here. I'm not sure. I think Terra scouted the main base a couple of times for Skeleton, and if you see a Sacrificial Pit thrown down, you definitely buy some dust to just scan, like, occasionally to figure out is there a shade on me or not. But the Creep Jack is a little bit too late here. The Ogre Logger is already dead, and the line... the Legion Doomhorn is the worst item that you can get as Nano player.
Yeah, because you already have the item, and here comes XiaoKai now. Where's the first Nova? Just waiting for it, hitting the Fiend. Yep, and the Abomination. Great slowdown. Pick up from XiaoKai. First Fiend down, level up, and he gets the statue again. Of course, there's no healing for this mechanical unit, and he just rips Terra apart in this fight. Oh, his DK gets the first potion. That was close. DK focused again, and now he has the Town Portal out. The fight started great for XiaoKai, losing the feet. No, Town Portal's out right away.
He stays alive, barely, but did you see how many units he killed? The Abomination was sacrificed by the Lich so that he got the mana to Noble DK, and Terra lost like a statue, 2 or 3 fiends, and he's down to 2 fiends and 3 heroes at the moment. While his opponent, look at his army, he got like 5 fiends, 2 destroyers in the air, a statue being healing everything. It's like XiaoKai is so far ahead.
I think he knew that he can't really take this fight, but he doesn't want to pull the Town Portal for the 3rd time in a row, so he tried some desperate...
finally, look at this, Terra got the dust, so he knows I got Creep Jack twice, and it was like super hurtful, and now he gets the dust because he knows, okay, I have to scan this, and there it is, the scan goes down and the shade dies.
And level up for the DK. But yeah, I think What was I about to say before you so rudely interrupted me? That he tried a desperation move with focusing the heroes, but of course he had 2 big potions of healing, so that didn't go too well. And in the meantime, of course, yAwKai could kill the units one after another. So second Zoe Mask, these things are equaled out. Level 4 for the Death Knight right away, level 3 for the Dark Ranger. Everything looks great for the yellow undead player right now.
And he got another potion of greater healing. So this is the second potion on his DK, and we have seen it, like both of the players try to focus down the first hero, because as soon as the DK is forced to TP out, you lose a couple of units in the process. You maybe lose your first hero if you don't click the TP right away, because the Nova can always be a surprise Nova. You don't see it coming. The Lich is lifting the hands up and then boom, you could die. So you always have to anticipate that. And is he getting the second red spot right under the nose of his opponent? Because right now the Shade is not aware where the opponent is. The Skeletons are scouting here, really nice for XiaoKai, trying to figure out what his opponent is up to. But he knows that there's still the red spot available because he didn't creep it, and now he's going for a creep check once again.
Yeah, wow, Claws plus 12 and the Tomb of Experience. XiaoKai is really... he has to do something good. Town Portal out. Best decision that Terra could make here. Wow. Before that, XiaoKai had a great advantage with his Lich with plus 17 damage, but now with the Claws, it's plus 19 something. Is he not swapping it? No, he's not. Why not? So the DPS Lich is equaled out. And of course the Tomb of Experience can make a great difference here. Level 4.5 for Terra on the DK. Only level 4 on the Death Knight for XiaoKai. But maybe a creep check again. He scans for the Shade, killing it right away, but of course too late.
Huge upgrade advantage also on the side of XiaoKai, getting the second defense upgrade already. He also got 1 attack upgrade. On the other side, we only see 1 attack upgrade at the moment. And now the fight breaks out with the Mana Destroyers going up against 2 Mana Destroyers then in the air. But it's 4 against 2. The Fiends just melt by the use of the Orb here from the Destroyers as long as they have mana. And also the Orb of Corruption is doing some serious damage there. But they are all wept now. And if he follows the army there, he will just not be able to use the Destroyers, because they cannot fight when they are wept, because they cannot move, and if you move out of the range, they're kind of useless. You think the great potion of mana on the DK of Terra there, he got plenty of coil to spend, but his army is way too small, and I think this is the 4th or 5th Town Portal that he's forced to use to reposition himself.
That's right, into his own main base. There's nothing to heal the DK anymore. He needs to get to the shop buying a small potion of healing. Otherwise, the Lich can easily snipe him. He needs some more mana, but he can sacrifice his own unit, so there will be plenty of mana. And now maybe the final fight here for Terra. He has to win this. He has to get XiaoKai out of his base. Fighting with the ghouls now, but of course they fall easily to the Destroyers. Focus on the DK once again. Saved himself with another potion, but now 1 unit dies after another. Coil comes too late, and focus swapped now to the Lich. This should be enough. XiaoKai playing very promising here. Silence on the DK. And yeah, everything dies here.
Yeah, everything dies. And what's kind of interesting to see is that XiaoKai is going for the level 2 arrow here, but wow, the Lich super low, about to die. He got the level 2 arrow for the Dark Ranger level 3, so he is not able to silence you for quite a long time, but he got the Skeletons. But since there are so many Destroyers in the air, it's kind of useless. But the Lich from Terra just died to the focus here. He got silenced in time, and even though it's level 1 silence, it keeps him out of the picture long enough. He was not able to dispel it on time, and then he lost the Lich there, and it looks super good here for XiaoKai. Has to take care of his units, because there's only 1 Fiend that can whip the Destroyers at the moment. But you can also see 38 supply going up against 58 supply from XiaoKai. And XiaoKai got himself a nice expansion close to his main base. So even if he leaves the main base here from Terra, he can fall back into an expansion and secure the victory here pretty damn easy.
Yeah, and we all know that replay sign here from replays.net. This game is about to be over. The Lich will not make it back in time. Boom! Nova hits the DK. He falls off his goat. And that's the equalizer for XiaoKai.
Wow. This game was cool, but I don't really see where you would get level 2 arrow on your Dark Ranger. I don't understand this, because it's super useless against Destroyers. Whenever you have a skeleton, it will just be like mana to the Destroyers, and level 2 skeletons have even more HP, so you give you even more mana. So I don't get the level 2 arrow on the Dark Ranger level 3. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Me neither. Maybe a misclick. I'm not so sure about this, but I think it didn't really depend on that in the end.
Yeah, maybe the
damage was done before.
I think the arrow makes some more damage, and maybe he wants to focus down units a lot
Yeah, that's
faster.
right.
Might be it, but let's see for the second game. I think they will both get a Dark Ranger once again, and then we might see if he's going for the level 2 arrow there. But this was a pretty tight game. I think for quite some time Terra was able to keep it up, but the Shade made a whole lot of difference. Because with the Shade he creep-jacked him like 2 or 3 times at crucial timings, and then just was able to kill a lot of units, even forced his DK super low to TP out. And when he was forced to TP out himself, he took a lot of units with him. Like, he was able to let his Fiend survive, he microed them really, really nice, killed in the meantime, he also killed the Fiend of his opponent. And the micro was really on point, and I think XiaoKai played great on Turtle Rock. He did everything that he did wrong on last few feuds, he did right on Turtle Rock. And Terra seemed to struggle sometimes in the Undead Mirror, so he's not that unbeatable as it seems here against a player that might be not his caliber, but these players really meet on the same level at the moment.
Yeah, of course it's hard to win the games when you're creep-checked all the time, but I think you'll know better in this one and maybe use the laboratory, because we're going to Ancient Isles, everybody! The third and decisive map here in this best of 3 between Terra and XiaoKai, and I'm asking you again, are you ready?
Yes, we can go. I would say we start in 3, 2, 1, and go.
Alrighty.
So, this time it's your introduction, bro.
Okay.
You gotta roll with it.
The third and final map on Ancient Isles, as mentioned before. We are here in the upper left. We are observing Terra at the moment, the rookie of the year of 2014 in China, starting with the DK, of course, and the late Fiend build order once again. In the lower right, we have XiaoKai. He won the last map here on Turtle Rock, and now he wants the second one to take this best of 3 home. He starts with a late altar.
Yeah, he starts with a late altar, a slight adaptation here that we can see, but it's not super late. You can see the DK will still be in time as soon as Terra knocks at the door. The DK should be ready, because the travel time is quite big there. It's a late Fiend build order, where you have a late altar, but you will have like 2 Fiends when the DK comes out. And maybe he prefers to have this kind of safety where you can creep with a lot of Fiends early on and you can barely be distracted by that. If you have a nice Ice Tower in place and you just get rid of the skeletons that Terra will send to you occasionally, and maybe he also knows that Terra will play the same strategy over and over again. It's again the same one. It's a late graveyard. It's one Ziggurat tech with a Frost Tower in front of his base most likely. And when you know that your opponent will play the same over and over and over again, then you can definitely surprise him if you mix something crazy in, if you mix something different in, if you change up your timings. And I think XiaoKai is about to do that, and he's also the underdog of the series, as I feel. And when you're the underdog, this always gives you the surprising moment that could go in your favor. So let's see if you can make it happen.
Yeah, I have to adjust the colors real quick, so let's pause at 240.
Yes.
Just a second. Scoreboard refresh. Okay, I'm back. Resync in 3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, first little harass here from Terra, going for the Acolytes right away, because there is no Nerubian Tower right now. There's no Fiend. Okay, there's 1 Fiend, but 4 Skeletons already, summoned from the Critters, I believe, because he didn't kill anything just yet. And this could be crucial if XiaoKai loses 1 Acolyte or 2.
Yeah, and I think he will not lose anything there, because the Frost Tower is just started, but the coil is still there, yes, and the coil saves it. But he's going for a second Acolyte at the same time, so maybe he will be able to kill at least 1, but the micro from XiaoKai is really great so far, but 2 of them drop kinda red there, and this means that at least 1 of them will die. Maybe the Surround on the DK there from Terra would be a great choice. Now the Frost Tower finally makes it up. He's just slowing the hero so far, but all the Acolytes are still alive. He had to spend 2 coils. But I think the Skeletons are all dealt with, so he transitions back and didn't lose a single one. So the micro was really well so far from XiaoKai. And on the other hand, we see Terra already taking to tier 2, but still only with 1 remaining charge here of Rod that he just used. So these are the last 2 Skeletons that he will send into this main base.
When the Surround is closed, and he has the Town Portal out right away. That early game from Terra, not good at all. Let's compare the gold mines here. 10,450 against 10,200. So he gained 250 gold already, just from mining, but of course he has to invest 350 gold to get the town portal back, so at the end it didn't pay off.
Yeah, and also town portaling your level 1 DK out is nothing that you would like to see. He delayed the creeping a lot by XiaoKai, so finally he can start creeping. He's going for the Gnoll Overseer camp in front of the main base. He's also teching finally, but we can see the tech advantage is like 30% or something.
Yeah.
It's still quite some time. You could hit him in a crucial timing when you have the Orb of Corruption and the opponent is still struggling to find anything. So Terra also catches up in terms of creeping with the one Fiend that he got, and the Rod of Necromancy is going for the Goblin version, and they will meet at level 2, I think, after finishing that one. So both of the players should be level 2 by finishing that. The DK from XiaoKai is also going back to base to get another Rod of Necromancy there. And let's figure out how this game will unfold here.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for something to happen as well. Oh, Observer Wards for Terra. That's of course a great item. Hero-wise or experience-wise, it's all the same. Let's look at the unit counter here. 3 Fiends for everybody. So no difference at all. Both players started equally, but now that they hit the mid-game, everything is exactly the same except the tech. And the tech can make a big difference here. Of course, if you start with late Fiends, your tech is a little slower. But since XiaoKai is always getting his Lich a little earlier than his opponent, this will equal out fast as well. Little skirmish here in the base, but he won't accomplish anything, just scouting purposes, I guess. And
yeah,
maybe delay the slaughterhouse.
To kill the Acolytes, maybe, I think.
Yeah, but it doesn't work. I think he wants to delay the slaughterhouse here with this go.
Yeah, maybe he wanted to kill the slaughterhouse or just delay the tech a little bit, but it was not that successful in the end, because he cannot really spend all his rod just for the chase of a few Acolytes, and whenever your opponent is ready to deal with that, there's absolutely no chance. And you can see the ghouls did a great job of getting rid of the forest there, so that the slaughterhouse can perfectly line up behind the crypt. So really nice positioning, almost no chance to cancel that. And yeah, I really like to see what Terra is playing so far. And he still got the Sentry Wards. I'm not sure where he will throw that one down. Maybe one in the main base of his opponent. So let's see.
Yeah, of course, seeing units that leave the base is always a great indicator for what your opponent is doing here. But for now, it's just more creeping towards level 3, obviously. Ring of Protection for Terra, for XiaoKai. It's the Null Overseer here with Gloves of Haste, also not that great item. Lich, very early once again from XiaoKai. Slaughterhouse late from Terra. We don't see a second hero just yet, but it worked well for him on map number 1, not so much on map number 2, so let's see which strategy is better this time. Cancel the Ziggurat. XiaoKai is playing way more aggressive than before.
Yeah, that's true. Canceling the Ziggurat there in front of the main base, but he cannot really kill the Nerubian tower, but he's still trying to apply pressure. Maybe if he kills 2 more skeletons, he's finally level 3, but at the moment he's still sitting on level 2. He really wants a level 3, so he's focusing the skeletons. Still one skeleton that is kinda red, but he sends them away. I think Terra is completely aware that if he gives some more experience away, that his opponent will be finally level 3 on the DK, and this is kinda crucial if you fight a fight with level 2 coil against level 1 coil. So, but the fight is not going to be there. Lich is coming with another Rod of Necromancy. Slaughterhouse is about to line up with that. And we don't see a Lich yet for Terra. It's 60% done and we're waiting for it to drop out. Ziggurat is constructed yet again in the same location where it was cancelled earlier. And the DK used an Invis potion, but there's already the Sentry Ward, so no chance that this DK will steal any kind of experience there.
Okay, Terra of course is well aware that XiaoKai is there, but now he's not visible anymore.
Now it's running out of the... Is he able to steal something? Is he going for the red one? The big one?
I think so.
I think... but he got the level 2 coil. I think Terra will coil it right away.
Yeah, he did. Great steal here from Terra, but he got the Berserker, and so level 3 for XiaoKai as well. How much does an Invis potion cost?
100 gold.
Okay, that's affordable, I guess, for this creep. And in the meantime, he can creep his Lich up while his DK is away. So he's using his time very efficiently, but there's no tier 3 yet, or at least not the orb. So this slows him down a bit. The DK now goes home, gets the orb, the Anchor of Reincarnation for the Lich. Can be good, but there's definitely better items there.
Yeah, maybe even selling it, because it's just like so much more gold that you can get with that. And most of the time you will not lose your hero, like, or you should not lose your hero, because it will also take quite some time to revive it back. Even if the Ankh pops out, it's like kind of disturbing, because your hero will not be there like in 1 or 2 seconds. It takes like 5 seconds or something like that to come back, and I don't like the feeling of an Ankh, because you will also be reborn without mana most of the time, and this is kind of stupid. You don't come back with full HP, full mana, so the Ankh is not such a great tool most of the time.
Yeah, and of course, if you have to retreat, then the death hero is still in the position where he died.
Yeah,
so it's very easy to
and we saw
surround
Warchi.
again.
Do you remind the game where Warchi picked it out? This was crazy.
He knew exactly how long this revive takes and planned his town portal on it. One of the craziest situations we've seen in a Warcraft game this year, I guess.
Oh, this was pretty cool.
yAwKai creeping now. Here comes the creep jack from Terra. Coil right away to get the null, and it worked for him. First Nova on the Fiend, gets the first one. No, nice deny from the Lich. You're getting more additional mana. No more experience for Terra, but he gets the rest of the creep spot. But still a level 1 Lich. Level 2 for yAwKai. Maybe the level 2 Nova will win this for him in the end.
Yeah, could be a really nice thing. Level 2 Nova is so strong, especially against Fiends. Slows them down, is doing so much damage. And yeah, yet again, Dark Ranger, always the choice as a third hero there. There are still some camps on the other side. You can see the Goblin Merchant is not crapped. You can see the Mercenary camp is still there, and as well as the Natural Expansion. So they could go into some more creeping there. The Destroyer here from yAwKai tries to keep the vision up here, flying above the forest, just granting some more vision. And we see that yet again there is a sacrificial pit thrown down for yAwKai, so he will have a shade, and the shade is already on the way, checking out what the map has to offer. And maybe he should attach it to the army there. Not sure why he's moving to the Goldmine and idling.
Yeah, there's no time for Terra to build an expansion, so I'm really not sure about this. But one more difference here. Terra going for the very early Abomination, just like on map 1, and on the other side we see the Destroyer first. No free supply. So there's no Destroyer for Terra if there's a fight right now. No chance for morphing him.
Oh, this could be big, because the Silence plays such an important role in Undead Mirror. Oh, I think he was able to steal the first creep with the Nova, and the splash damage went onto the creep on the other side. But both of them are super passive. Look at this. They know, okay, this is the first match. If I lose this, it's pretty bad, because I don't get the victory here that we need in the group stage. And in the group stage, it comes really down to every map that you win or lose against your opponent. And you don't want to give away such an important first win in the group stage.
Oh,
and we can see the Allurian's Flute of Accuracy there, which is a sick picker for Fiends, Destroyers, and all the range heroes.
Yeah, 10% damage addition to all the Fiends and Destroyers, so that's one free upgrade for the units, I guess. This is really, really big in the next fight. But we have 2-0 for Terra.
And 0-2
for yAwKai.
Kind of funny to see that both of them have like such a different like view on these things. Like, okay, the one likes the defense upgrade, the other one likes the attack upgrades. I think defense upgrades are super good against the Orb of Corruption, because when you hit a Fiend, the Fiend will just have -1 armor on the side of yAwKai. On the other side, Fiends have basically 0 armor, so whenever you hit a Fiend from Terra, it will just melt against the Orb. But overall, the damage output on the other side is way higher, so I don't really know what's better to get here at this point.
So it's almost 20% damage reduction here from the 2 armor upgrades. But let's see what Terra gets here. Lionheart of Stormwind, not that good. Abomination falls immediately. No deny, nothing. And the position for Terra is really, really bad. Losing another Fiend here. And still the creeps attacking his Fiends. Good sniping from yAwKai in this situation. And I think he's gonna win this.
Yeah, I think this is a great fight for yAwKai. He's keeping his Destroyers alive, killing Fiends so strong. He's playing this so well at the moment. And I think the upgrades really make a difference here. The defense upgrades that the Terra lacks of. You can see -4 armor here on the Fiend. He finally got the Devotion armor. It gives him 1 armor to all the units. But still, it's like 20% more damage that you take because you don't have any defense upgrades. And on the other side, the damage output might be not that great, but killing the Fiend super fast? Whoa.
It's just plus 12 damage, so on average it's plus 6. And I think the defense upgrade is way better in this one, in this specific
there's
scenario.
Nothing going on at the moment, I just want to point out, yesterday I saw a match from, it was Una playing against Romantic, that we will see later in the group, and Una was Night of player. He preferred like 0-3 upgrades for the Bears, and the Bears was unkillable. They had like almost 10 armor and shit, and they were unkillable. I've never seen this. Like, Bears super strong with 3 defense upgrades, but right now the action is back in this game. And all the ghouls from Terra are about to be sniped here from XiaoKai, and he snipes them and TPs out immediately, just lowering the production, even killing one of the acolytes in the gold line with a Nova, and just crippling the production on the other side. But there's an expansion in place,
There's an expansion. I don't really know if it's scouted yet. Let's check.
I think the Shade just passed by. I think he knows.
He saw it. Okay, so he attacked the main base. Interesting choice, but there's no ghoul anymore. He definitely has to rebuild, so that's 240 gold plus the acolyte, that's 270 gold, and he needs to reproduce the acolytes here for the haunted gold mine. That's another, I don't know, 400 gold or something. So until XiaoKai, Terra's economy is back to normal, this will take some time, and XiaoKai is putting all his money into his army and trying to win the game right now. Maybe.
So what do you think? Like, who is the bigger advantage here?
Oh, it's 10 more food for XiaoKai, 4 destroyers in the air. Then it's just a Nerubian tower, it's not that great. So let's see. Of course it comes down to positioning and stuff. But in this game, XiaoKai has been really impressive with the fight so far. So I think he's taking it home.
Yeah, it looks super good. He already killed the first fiend, sending the skeletons onto the acolyte in the gold line here. One skeleton already trying to kill that one, and as soon as he gets rid of the Nerubian tower, I think he's in a wonderful position.
Yeah.
And even the ghouls join here. The ghouls will get rid of the expansion, and he sells it. He even wanted to sell the Nerubian tower because he realizes, okay, this is not a fight that I can win anymore, and I have to wait. And now he's reproducing the ghouls, and this takes so much time, so much gold. He even has to go into upkeep there to just replace the ghouls so that he can produce more army later. And wow. Well played by XiaoKai here.
Really, really good. Now his Lich is level 3. Terra's Lich only level 2. How much experience? Wow, 2.5 only. So that plan of doing an expansion completely backfired, and now he's in a horrible, horrible position. 12 supply below, hero-wise below, and yeah, gold-wise I think so too. It's 2,400 left in the main. So they are about to run dry. I think XiaoKai wants to take this game right now.
But maybe it was a good decision to not take the fight, because now the 4 destroyers are out of mana, and destroyers without mana sometimes, they are kind of useless, because the damage output is like so much less if you don't have that. And on the other side, we will have mana destroyers for Terra in the next fight, so maybe delaying the fight a little bit there, going for a later one where you are more prepared and have a bigger army and more statues to your task here, but he really lacks of wood. He cannot morph the destroyers at the moment. Not sure why he's sending the ghouls close to the graveyard, because now the traveling distance to deliver the wood takes quite some time. I think above the graveyard there's still plenty of forest to cut, but if he gets the 5 destroyer morph here, there's a 5th statue about to drop out of the slaughterhouse. Wow, I think with 5 mana destroyers, he could just destroy all the fiends and maybe all the army here from XiaoKai.
Yeah, so much mana on the destroyers, all of a sudden immediately focusing the Lich. Terra here with desperation moves, but I think, yeah, there is an invo potion there with many, many coils, but the Dark Ranger in deep, deep trouble, focusing 2 heroes at a time. Here comes the first coil, but now the Lich, invo potion popped right away. Now the fiends here from Terra, standing right in between, getting killed one after another. He needs another Nova, another coil to the Lich to save him, and once again, XiaoKai focusing on all the units, killing one after another. Terra here trying to nuke down the heroes in the desperation that he's in, but it failed, and so XiaoKai's fight looking so good so far.
Wow, really, really well done. You can see how XiaoKai is limiting his opponent, killing a lot of units, but a Spirit Tower is fighting for Terra here, and fighting in an undead base can even hurt the other undead, so... But I don't think it will make a difference anymore, because the destroyers are still all up in the air. If he's able to get rid of all the fiends, sacrificing one of the fiends to get more mana on the Lich, is there still a coil? There's no more coil, he has to TP out on that Lich, and he will delay the decision of this game for quite some time here.
Better safe than sorry, and look how...
Oh, look, one destroyer is still there.
One destroyer, okay, well that's... Look how few units Terra killed. he didn't even make half a level on his Lich.
Yeah,
Just
and
with
it's
the
47 against 67. It's like 20 supply difference.
And now it's
And yeah,
time
he
for yAwS's to
still
defend.
stutters on production because he only got 2 ghouls and he's not able to get the amount of wood that he would need to produce everything.
Exactly. There's a choking point in his economy, and he's not able to fix it at the moment. Yeah, so we can just wait for the final gold to be harvested. 1,000 here, 1,100 here. Still scouting for expansions, yAwS's is. What a tryhard.
Yeah, really. But I don't see why he's not getting Frost Worms. He got the Sacrificial Pit for quite some time. Your advantage is definitely there. And the Frost Worm, most of the time, is really the nail in the coffin that is missing. Because with the Nova and the Frost Worm damage, you can just melt away statues, you can melt away fiends. It's so powerful. It's like actually like a 4th hero. There's a joke that we always say that, like, undead player have 4 heroes, because when you have a Frost Worm, it's so much better. But the Frost Worm gives you so much stuff. But he's not really willing to go into that. And right now, we have 20 supply advantage, but we also have no upkeep for Terra. So if he's able maybe to get a nice bank, and there's still 500 gold in his gold mine, maybe with that bank he can go into some 70 supply-ish region where he can maybe take a fight once again on equal supply. But I don't really see this happening anymore.
I think the reason for not going Frostrooms is they take so much time building the worm. What's it called?
The Boneyard.
The Boneyard, exactly, and then build the worm. That's a lot of time. And he needed to do something because Terra was trying to go for the expansion. So he was kind of forced into destroyers because he usually does the slaughterhouse anyway. And so he needed the damage, and that's why he went for it.
Now he sees the shade and kills the shade. Good job.
Getting closer to level 4 on the Lich, level 3 on the Dark Ranger. He has everything he needs. He goes to the Goblin Merchant now. 1 heal scroll, I guess. Or, no, I think more Invo Potions.
By the way, do we have Dream Dota on at the moment? Does he have level 2 arrow once again in the Dark Ranger?
No, it's level 2 silence for XiaoKai.
Okay, so maybe it was a misclick, maybe intentional. Who
but
knows?
It was Terra who skilled the Dark Arrow.
Yeah, he only got like 1 level because he got level 2 on the Dark Ranger at the moment.
Yeah, so let's see. Okay, the ghouls are coming. The main gold mines are done. So he might pull the Acolytes as well. There's no chance for an expansion for Terra. There's plenty of time for XiaoKai right here, but everybody is investing everything into the current army with units and upgrades and items, of course. So we'll see one final fight, and that will decide this game.
Yeah, and you can see how important this game is. Some people might say, like, why do you still stay in the game? You know you're so far below and blah, 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 in terms of XP, in terms of items, in terms of everything. But this is an important game for these guys. This is like Terra, the favorite in this match here, is losing most likely to XiaoKai here. Yeah. And he's really not willing to give the win away that easy. He really wants to fight for it until the last remaining building is fallen, maybe. And yeah, I can really see that how important that match is. Because in a ladder match, they might have quit it already. But in this kind of scenario where you really fight for your tournament life or your group stage points, it's really down to every single map. And if you can make a miracle happen, because in an undead base, if XiaoKai is not going for an expansion, is willing to take a last stand in the undead main base of his opponent, there can happen like all kinds of surprises. Yeah. You could lose your first hero, you could lose your Lich all of a sudden. Something can happen there.
With 3 towers, he has a great backup in his own base, but I think XiaoKai is doing the exact right thing. He's not forcing the fight, he's going for the expansion, because he has the time, he has map control, he has everything he needs.
And he even got 0-3 upgrades.
Wow. So
3 different upgrades, even on the Destroyer's 9 armor, as well as on the Fiend's 6 armor. I really like to see that. Maybe this is the right call. I still don't know. I play Warcraft for so long, but I still don't know what kind of upgrades are the best to get. Like, do you prefer to have a lot of damage, like 3 damage upgrades, or just 1 armor upgrade, or just equal upgrades? I'm really not sure what's better.
We need some mathematicians to figure that out in the specific matchups and stuff. That will be a lot of work, I guess. But
yeah,
if you have the time out there, please do the calculations for us. Do you think that he went to the expansion was kind of a faking an expansion and luring Terra out of his base?
Yeah, forcing him to use the mana on the Destroyers and then retreat from it once again into your own main base and let the mana run out.
Little games here in this Undead Mirror.
But now he's morphing everything on his side as well.
Okay. Well, the final fight of this game. Lots of air here. Oh boy, it's super hard to see anything in this one. But level 3 for Terra's Lich. Finally, Nova level 2. This is equaled out. But, okay, Terra is losing everything, I think.
Yeah, everything is melting away. You can see how fast the Fiends die on both sides. Right now, the target here is the DK from Terra. He still got a heal. Healthstone, using that, consuming it, but also still in the orange HP, and all the units from XiaoKai are still alive.
Lich
the
in
Lich
problems.
is the next target. Bam! Down, even though he got an Evo Potion. And GG from Terra and XiaoKai doing the first surprise here, at least for me, winning the series here against.
Yeah, definitely. XiaoKai was the underdog in this specific matchup. So let me update the group real quick. XiaoKai with 1-0.
I will grab some water in the meantime.
Yeah, sure. We'll go for a quick break and.
Nice.
Okay. 0 and 1-2-2. So I have to swap these. Okay, go live. This is the current standing here in this group. Let me update this one. 2-1. Okay. So yeah, that was game number 1 here from the WCA Pro Qualifier China Group A. We will be back with Romantic versus XiaoKai and Human versus Undead match. And so guys, see you later. Or in a minute, sorry.